Three.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. So, how are you all? So, today we would like to talk about the present political situation in Bangladesh. You know that Bangladesh is actually a developing country, but there are lots of economic, social, and cultural problems in Bangladesh. I will not go for the cultural context or economical context in Bangladesh, but the thing is that in Bangladeshi perspective and Bangladeshi context, there are no single implementation of democratic practice. So before that, you have to maintain what is the democracy and what is the democratic practice. Democracy means, according to the definition of Sir Abraham Lincoln, he said that democracy means by the people, for the people, and the people. But expert Aristotle said that democracy is the regime of the foolish person, because he also mentioned that only 51% people is actually uplifted in the name of democracy, and remaining 49% people, they have no advantage from the democratic culture and democracy. So how is it possible we will exclude the 50% of the people from the democratic concept in Bangladesh? So according to Bangladeshi concept and practice, from the year 1991 to 2026, there has been ongoing the process of democratic ideology in Bangladesh. But the basic problem is that most of the political parties like BNP, Awami League, Jatiya Party, Jamaat, they are not concerned about the democratic practice in Bangladesh. They are only concerned about the democratic upliftation, and they have only one intention to get the power despite all kinds of procedural installments of democracy. But the thing is that if you would like to establish the democracy in the Bangladeshi concept, culture, and administrative system, definitely you have to work from the tertiary level of democracy. So whenever you will start from the tertiary level of democracy, that means in the root level, in the professional level, in the economic level, in the social level, even in the socio-economic policy, you have to maintain the democracy and democratic concept in Bangladesh. For example, before 1998, from 1971 to 1995, there was no practice of democratic culture in Bangladesh. After the assassination of our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, there was actually lots of ego problem, lots of economic problem in Bangladesh. But in the time of Ziaur Rahman, he also managed everything according to the policy, but it is not the democratic way. Even Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's power, it is also not the democratic way. Aftermath, whenever the Ershad regime was come in power, it was not aligned with the democratic culture and democratic policy in Bangladesh. So if I make a basic description over the regime of 1971 to 1999, here we can get the three things. First thing is that people have only one intention to occupy the power, because occupation of power means you can radically change the regime according to your will and wish. The second reason is that after observing the policy, most of the political leaders aftermath who are getting the administrative leader, who are getting the president, who are getting the prime minister, they have only one intention. They would like to establish the regime, rather establishing the rule of law, rule of justice, and access to justice in Bangladesh. According to Article 33 and 35 of Bangladesh Constitution, it also preludes that Bangladesh government, they will obviously maintain a fair trial. But in the time of military regime, in the time of non-democratic way, there was no chance to establish the fair trial, no chance to establish the rule of law, access to justice, or equitable maintainability in the equation of Bangladesh. So this is the biggest problem of democratic culture and democratic concept. So from this perspective, I would like to say that the present Bangladesh situation of democracy, it is not aligned 100%, but it aligns 60% of the democratic culture. So day by day, we will work from this matter, and after a certain period of time, we will be getting the huge success of the democratic ratio that will literally help us to explore ourselves in the regime of modern democracy in the world. Thank you.